Hello, everybody. We're here again on the Tribe of Marketplace Ministers podcast channel. We're called the Voice of the Marketplace. And today, as usual, we have two lovely ladies that are going to be co-hosting with me on the topic today. So I have Ebere Ojadua and I have the very delectable Aku-udo Kene Wodika. So, girls, please introduce yourself. I can't do the honors, it's too much for me. Just let the people know who you are and where you're talking from. Over to you, Biri.
Okay, so my name is Ebere Ojadua. I'm glad to be here. I'm the founder of an NGO called Egunek Foundation. We have various thematic areas, but let me not bore you with that. I'm also the founder of Fostering Geniuses. It's an online platform that teaches parents ways they can activate the genius abilities in their children. So it entails different activities, basically. It also enhances bonding between parents and children. So, and I also do various other things. I joined the tribe last year, and I can say that my life has not been the same, especially my prayer life, my study life, and I'm so glad to be here. And I'm so glad to meet you guys finally.
We're glad to meet you too. So, Sister Kudo, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Madam Eromina. And it's so nice to actually finally meet you online, Madam Ebere. It's so nice. Humble me. I'm the owner of ProTrust Pharmacy, a retail outlet in Lagos, Nigeria. I'm a pharmacist with over 10 years of experience, actually. And yes, I also consult to over time if you want to open up a retail outlet like mine or just information about pharmaceuticals registration, dispensing, consultation. Actually, I'm into that just to keep everything short. I'm also a member of the tribe. I've been a member since the beginning, and I can say also that wow. In short, my life has gone like 360 actually. So in short, 360 plus 360, 720. And I'm still turning. Actually, so don't think it's one of. I'm still turning. Anything God wants to turn over, I'm ready. I'm ready to hand it all over. So it's an honor to be here. It's an honor, and because the platform is an entrepreneurial platform actually, but we have people the work in the workspace also joining us. So it's a beautiful thing to come and have this discussion, which is also based on our business. So thank you so much, Madam Eromina. Thank you.
Thank you. Since everybody's using their business, so permit me to also introduce my business. Aside my 9 to 5, which I do as a fertility business development manager, I work with a fertility clinic here in Abuja. I'm also the proud owner or CEO of Romy's Delight Chops and Grills. So we cater for events, we handle small chops and cocktails for any type of event. So our slogan is we're the ministers of small chops and cocktails. So any ministry that involves enjoyment, you can call a Rumi's Delight. So today we're going to be talking about how to involve God in your business. Oh, that reminds me, I could have said to bring small chops for this episode. I'm sorry,
Yes,
our
so
viewers might be salivating for small chops. So we will actually hold an online party where everybody can pick the chops in their minds.
No, 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 no. You know, I've carried your chops from Abuja to Lagos, so you have no excuse. You have no excuse.
Don't worry.
Eh-heh.
But now today we're talking about how to involve God in your business. This is a very, very interesting topic, because the way, especially in the Nigerian climate, where the economy is economy, if you know what I mean. You hear some Christians that say, let's leave God aside, let's leave God aside. See, let's do this thing, let's do this thing. Or somebody, okay, for example, now you run a financial institution, maybe you give loans or you service finances for companies. Maybe you give you do this thrifting where people can save up daily, and at the end of the month they share or they buy food stuff or something, and then you just heard that the person in charge, who is your church member, maybe it's from your church, because you know the person from church, you agree to commit your funds, your hard earned funds to this person, and then you hear that this person has traveled out of the country and your money is with him or her. Or, for example, you sell in a market. Let's use a proper market for market arena, for example, where you measure rice, beans. In there's standard measurement cups or plates that they use to sell these grains in the market, and you see people padding theirs. There was a video that was trending that of a granite seller that uses this tin cup to sell her granules, and she cut the top of, that milk tin cup, any of the milks in the market, that the tin cup, she cut the top and then puts paper in the base of the cup and puts the top that she cut under, so that if you see the cup, you think, oh, that's the base of the cup, but it's actually halved. The measurement has been halved so that she can sell her granite and make so much gain. What
Wow.
do we have to say about involving God in our business? And Ebere, please take the floor. Since you're new on the voice of the marketplace, let's indulge you. Let's
Okay.
get fresh ideas.
So am I supposed to speak on the points you raised, or I should just?
Yes, and then add yours.
All right. So if someone ran away with your money, okay, I think you said it was personal money. If it was if it was a business money that someone ran away with, I mean it's business, and you're an employee, right? You will do all you can to restore the money, because obviously it's business. Okay. If it requires you, writing to or reporting her to whatever authority out there, just do all you can, right, to retrieve the money, because obviously it's already affecting someone else's business, and we don't want that, right?
Okay.
That is what I'll do. For example, I used to manage a bureau de change, and one of the staff ran away with the money. Was a lot of money. I had to involve the police in it, because it's not my money. It was an office money. It was a business money, it was for business. So and it was put under my care. I can't just say, oh, let's leave it, because it's not my business. If it was my business, I would have come up with a better option. But because a business was put under my care, and I'm supposed to take care of this, and it was lost under my care, I will do all I can to retrieve it, which includes getting the police involved and obviously praying. But if it was my personal money, right, that someone ran away with, as hard as it may sound, I will let it go. I will not, because for someone to do that, the person would have. I remember you said it was a church person. For someone to go that length, the person would have been under so much pressure and felt that was the only alternative they had, right? I will pray about it, and if God says, you know what, allow her, allow him, let them go there, because I mean, nobody, no real Christian in their right mindset would want to dupe another Christian. So what I'll do is I'll let go and let God, right? I know God knows ways to have ways of recompensating, and not just to the amount that you lost, but 7 times, right, restoration. So yeah, if it was my personal money and I tried all I could to reach out, most times they block your number and you can't even reach to them.
I'm
I'll just
telling
let
you.
and I'll just let it go, and trust that God will restore. And then to the market seller, oh my God, what a negative ingenuity. I've never thought about that. So, oh my God. So I have to start looking into people's costs before buying anything. Personally, I wouldn't do that. And I wouldn't advise anybody to do that, because you're already charging your customers the quantity of that cup. So why do you want to cheat them? It's cheating. It's cheating, to be honest with you. I wouldn't advise, because that is you trying to help God. That is you trying your own wisdom, right? And it doesn't pay in the long run, because, like example, if you're caught, you can be arrested. If you are caught, you can be embarrassed. because this, you said the video was on social media. You've embarrassed yourself, you embarrassed God, right? So one thing I would say is, in dealing with people and dealing with your business, let integrity be your watchword, right? And just trust God, because okay, how much are you trying to make from that cheating? Like how can he really
Maybe
change your
20
life?
or 50
How will he
naira
change
extra.
your life? Do you understand? So
Mm.
that means that you don't trust God to provide for you. You don't trust God to push your business to the next level. That's why you think you have to cheat for you to do that. Okay, so that's what I would do, and that's what I would advise people to do.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Sister Kudu, this scenario, I want to throw it to you now. For example, you have a business in a certain area. Let me use Balogun Market, for example. A lot of us are familiar with the Balogun Market in Lagos, and there's a line for textiles or fabrics. Let me see, fabrics, and they're like 20 shops selling the same thing. This one is selling lace, this one is selling lace, this one is selling Ankara lace, everybody. And it's so competitive. And then you see one particular woman, people are coming to her shop. People are coming to her shop. She's not a Christian, you know. And then you've gone to make inquiries. It's, there's one society they belong to, women empowerment, wanting. And you have to join, you have to buy form, this to meet, you bring cola, you bring, they will now be tilting away from the physical. They are now getting spiritual. At that point in time, and you're a Christian, and they say, now so then they don't know the woman where you take this shop before you. Now so she be our unit, now she be Jen for our unit. And see you, see Christian, see you, see God, see they say see Mary, see Jesus, and they're telling you this kind of thing. You have to bring cola, pami, 3 days old chicken, just
Like
to join
seriously.
cooperative. I don't understand, ma. Please, in that light, for instance, what do you do? How do you stand out as a Christian business person?
Okay. Thank you for that question. First of all, to join that cooperative, is it compulsory?
They
Let
say
me start.
yes. So if not, you're not allowed to buy or sell. It's like a cooperative for fabric sellers, something of Nigeria.
Okay.
Every business has a cooperative.
Okay.
Okadas
So
riders have their union, like that.
yeah. Okay, so thank you for that question, because I know every business would have a cooperative, but I didn't know sometimes they can ask for all those funny things. Secondly, thank you for mentioning textile, because my father is and was a textile merchant, and sure that's the money they used to train me in school. So I'm relating to it personally. Now, there's a wisdom to dealing with people of the world actually, and is it's still involving God in your business. See, first of all, as long as it is God that called you to do that business, and just know that you already have, let me use that scripture that says, I think is a way of escape. You already have a way. That's why I said, as long as it is God. Because God saw that cooperative before he put you in that business. He saw that you'll be faced with all those things before he allowed you go into that business. So he will be waiting for you to come back and say, God, what's going on now? I knew that, okay, well, this is the way I relate with God. Thank God is how to involve God. So thank you. I'll go back and say, God, you knew. And let me just, by God's grace, I prayed and you gave me access to open my store in this place where people are. So I'll say, God, you know, this is the way I actually pray. You know that these people are like this. Please, how do I get out of this thing? I'm going to pray. Yes, I'm going to commit it to God, really. And I will wait for him to speak. If it means me shutting down the business till when God speaks, because you can't get, it's just like Saul that was waiting for Samuel to come and offer the sacrifice, and because he didn't see Samuel, he just went ahead. No, we have to come to that place where, first of all, as long as it is God, that's what I always tell people, make sure it is God that sends you into whatever you do. At least you've involved him, step one. then understand that God that involved you saw everything. Do you know that he has seen the end of that business actually? He has seen what he took into that business for actually. So it's best you anything just be going. You see how children go and report to their parents. That's the way I am. Oh. Because I've had business issues where they disturb me. I will go back to God and say, God, you see this thing. It's not like you're not seeing it. I would always ask, how do I? And I would wait. I would wait on God actually. And don't say, oh, maybe you're being overly spiritual. See, it's faith I have. I cannot react in. Yes, it's faith I have because I've had similar situations where maybe people were putting pressure. Yeah, just even funny enough to even what they call this thing, do the inspection for the pharmacy. Usually, when people want to facilitate it, they go and pay the people and they come and they do that faster. I waited. 6 weeks. I waited 6 weeks, and the person that was holding up the line for for us to come, and immediately she went on leave. Maybe it's even God that orchestrated that leave. Immediately she went on leave. The man that took over from her, he just called me that Monday that he's coming for inspection. I was like, he said yes, that he noticed that immediately he went and saw the woman's portfolio and everything, that she has so much, that he wants to clear everything before she comes back. You can see how God works. Do you understand? So wait on God. See, wait on God. Don't be like Saul that will lose the throne because he did not wait. Wait for God to speak to you. God saw everything in that business before he allowed you to go. And maybe let me just say, you say, okay, really, I didn't wait on God before I even got into the business. Let's just say, because some people, when you are saying this kind of thing to look like, hey, your own is better now, you waited on God. What of me that did not wait on God? Go back to God. I'm not saying you should close the business. Go back, ask him for mercy, and then tell him to direct you on what to do now. If he tells you to close it, just start doing everything. If he tells you, okay, continue, you've done this. See, you are involving God, so you have to involve him fully, not halfway. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Sister Phoebe. Wow, that was a very vivid explanation. So, Auntie Berry, I want to ask you this now. You run a school for maybe special genius children, and I'm sure Jesus is the background of that business. Have you ever
I
maybe
can't really hear
encountered
you.
Muslim parents?
I
Can
think
you
there's
hear me,
a
please?
hello.
Is it better?
It's better
Hello,
now. Yeah.
can you hear me?
It's better
Yeah,
now. Yeah.
sorry. Sorry, I think it was a network glitch. So I wanted to ask you, your school, for example, it's the business is Christ is the bedrock of that business, I want to believe. And have you ever encountered maybe non-Christian parents bring their children to you to groom? You know, you've seen it genius in a child, but maybe they're not Christian, maybe they're Muslims or they're traditional. You really don't understand the religion, the practice, but they want you to impact. And I'm sure you have maybe Christian religious activities you inculcate in the curriculum of your teachings. And how do you handle that? Like, for example, you have Muslim parents and they tell you, oh, don't teach my child Christian religious knowledge. If you will be putting Christian religious knowledge, you must add Islamic studies. They must pray at the time the sun is coming out. All those kind of things. Have you ever encountered that, or how do you intend to handle a scenario like that?
Okay, so I feel like you're prophesying to me because it's not school yet. It's actually an online platform.
It's
So
getting there. I told you. I don't know if you remember my comment the first time you presented your business on Faith and Work Clinics, but I
okay,
told
you
you that it's
remember?
going to be a school. Yes.
Yay!
I
Father,
told
I
you
receive
start
it.
taking physical students, that virtual is not just going to cut it anymore. So, for example, you have
Yeah.
parents now that are
So
non-Christians and they
yeah.
ask you for a curriculum. Have you designed something like that for them? Would you?
Okay, so maybe this will help me think when I open the
Okay.
school. But what I do at this time, right, with the online platform is, or how I get God involved in it is, I literally pray for every child and every parent registered on our platform, right? Because I've taken it as a ministry. I see it as a ministry because these are children God is entrusting into your hands. So what I do is I pray for their soul. I pray for them. I say, God, as they're taking this, any child going through slow development, let it be reversed. Just I keep speaking words over them. So I've not really had first-hand Muslim coming to say, oh, don't do this, don't do that, right? Even before you get to me, you meet Jesus. So, but what I do is I keep praying for every child, for every family, so because what I tell people is if you're a Christian, take your business as a ministry. All right. So, for example, if you sell hair, you can say, God, as people are wearing this wig, in the name of Jesus, let them receive wisdom of God. Let them have sense. Let them fear the Lord. Let them hear you, right? If it's catering, like you're saying, as they are eating your small chops, let it bring health and wholeness to their bodies. You'll be shocked how far that will go. Okay, so that's what I tell people. So that's one of the ways I try to involve God in this particular scenario. So, but when I open the school and people say that, I've not actually thought about it, but I think that at the initial point, I will indulge them, but also pray for them, right? So that, as time goes on, they will get to know Christ. I know that some people take it to the extreme because I'm not saying this is purely Christian school, right? I'm accepting people as they are, come as you are, and you will not live the same. That would be my motto, right? Because even in church, everybody just comes with their sin, with their baggages, and you see that with time their life changes. And I just feel that if, for example, their children have slow development, by the time they see improvements, they'll be like, what did you do? My child used to be this, but now everything has changed. I'll be like, okay, this is what I do, madam, and you have an opportunity to know this God that I know. That would be an avenue to talk Jesus to them, right? So that is what I will do. I will not immediately push them away because Jesus did not push sinners away. So I will indulge them initially, but with time they will know where I stand. So
So
that is
you
what I
just
will do.
engage marketplace minister mode immediately.
Exactly. Do you understand? With all
Yeah.
the training you'll be receiving on this platform, you cannot not
You, you
so yeah, that's what I
can't
will not
afford
push
to
because
miss it.
exactly. It's because how then would they hear?
Now, Akudo, that's true. That's very true. How then would they know Christ, right? So Akudo, this idea came to my head. I work in a fertility clinic, and it just clicked in my head. Let's say, for example, you have a couple who are family friends. You know the husband, you know the wife, and maybe you are church members. You attend. They are your chummy chummy people. They have been married for like 3 4 years, and they've been trying to have children, and it's been difficult. And then the man comes to your clinic, maybe in your pharmacy. Sorry, your pharmacy has diagnostic center. They run tests and see that, oh, it's low sperm count or zero azoospermia, and he tells you, doctor said I should take Proxid or one drug or something for sperm boosting, and please, I want you to keep this between you and I. Don't tell my wife. This is your business. How do you involve God in this scenario? You know the woman. You know the trouble, the trauma she's been going through from her in-laws, how they come and call her, you married a man, this one, that one. And at the end of the day, it's the man that has the issue and he's trying to hide it from his wife. And you're friends with both of them. What are you going to do in that scenario? How do you involve God in this?
Okay, thank you for that question. Because first of all, as a pharmacist, there is something we have, that's patient confidentiality. It tells me not to.
Yeah.
Really, I can't. That's the truth. Even if we are Tom John, but I would advise him. That is why we are still friends. I would still talk to him, and I would continue to speak to him. Definitely, I'll be praying for them, but I would still speak to him to either tell his wife and then get treatment. Not all get treatment. He has to. It's not like this thing cannot be like treated or so. Well, depending on what the cause is actually, but most of them usually you could get this in, or then there could be another way, because telling the woman and not being the husband telling her, I'm practically breaking the home now. That's
Yeah.
the truth. I'm not even helping. That's the truth. I'm not helping. And it's their family. It's just because maybe I'm their friend. So that's why they came to my own. If they went to a random place, do you understand? So I would not patient confidentiality, but then I will still pray for them. And prayers work actually. Prayers work either for healing, either for disclosure or anything, depending on what you're praying for. But then I know that God also would look at, because the system will say that you have to look at someone's maturity too before, because there are some women you may tell, and yes, because of what she has gone through, she may not even find it funny, and it may cause serious issues in the home actually. It may cause very serious issues. So even most times, yeah, before some things are revealed to some people, there needs to be like a sort of, let's say, maturity for them to handle it. That's the wisdom there, actually. So prayers work. I would pray for the man, and I would keep telling him that you need to do the right thing. Either tell your wife or and seek treatment together while doing that. So over to you, madam.
Wow. Prayers work. At least that one is a catchphrase in anything we're doing. Prayer works. Okay, there's another scenario that has come to my mind now. Holy Spirit, thank you, because these two wonderful women, I need to drill them. It's difficult to get you two in one room. So today that I have you on this podcast, I'm going to drill as much as I can. So, take for example, a church member or a sister in Lord from the tribe, for instance. Let me say you have ordered something from somebody for hair. You mentioned hair, Iberi. Let me go to that one now. You mentioned you now do they now do you what I ordered versus what I got. You ordered for bone straight SDD, the one that flips, and the one that comes is like sponge. And then you now reach out to the sister. Sis, this is not what I ordered, though. See what I ordered. See what you're giving me. Hey, no, it's factory fitted. That's how it comes. And then the demeanor is very, very nasty. She's not even apologetic. You know that was not the quality of hair you paid for, and that's what you're getting. And because you two are already sisters in Christ, you really cannot, maybe involve the police at that point. How do you handle that kind of thing, especially when the person is now at the mercy later? Somebody now texts you or calls you or something. I'm about to order hair from this vendor. Have you bought from her before? What's your review? Are you going to be Christian about your review, or are you just going to open up the can of worms? Sorry, this I have many
So,
more questions, but I'll get to you.
okay, thankfully we're on the same tribe. What I'll immediately do is it has actually happened to me. I ordered hair. They didn't say I had. The person sent spongy hair. I was like, "Ah, what is this? My goodness!" And it was so expensive. Till tomorrow, I can't wear the hair, right? Because it's lost, and there's nothing I could do. But if we were in the same like tribe, like you said, I'll report you to Mr. Damola because he's our leader. I'll report to you, and I'm expecting that Mr. Damola will put us straight. That is what I'm expecting. I will expect him to do. I will report you because I mean you're cheating me. Well, you cannot be embarrassing God with your business. It means that if you can do it to me, you can do it to somebody else. And when they ask you where you're coming from, you say I'm a member
So
of tribe.
Apostle will hear of this. That's
Yes,
going to
so
be the situation.
yes, yeah.
Okay, and
Yes,
then when
yeah.
it's time for you to make a review of that product to somebody else that
Ah,
reaches out to you,
especially
should I
if you are
buy?
close to me, I will say no, just hold on for now. We're dealing with something because me allowing you to go ahead with it will not be fair on you. Because the person will come and say, you knew this person wasn't good with the business. Why did you encourage me to buy? That will now, create another problem between me and my friends. So I'll be like, just hold on. There's a case on point, there's a case at hand. Let's try and resolve it first before you continue because this is what happened. No, I will not give good review on a bad product. No, it's not nice. And that will be me condoning evil. And that will not be Christian like. because you will do it
Yeah,
for another
because
person.
good
That
and
person will not
perfect gifts
feel
come from God. If it's not good, if it's not perfect, then it's not of
exactly,
God,
exactly.
and we shouldn't
Because
be
what
able
if
to
it
control
was a
what you're saying.
Muslim that ordered it? Person now say, hey, that's how
Mm,
Christians are. See them. I said it.
mm.
So it's not you're not portraying Christ very well. And I'm hoping that Mr. Damola, because he must hear about it, will put you straight.
Apostle, we
You
hear
take
of this.
you take correction, right? So
In
that is what
fact,
I would
they
do
will
for
set
you.
up faith and works clinic for the two of
John, I
you
still
that
for you.
if this kind of thing happens.
So yeah,
So,
that is what I would
Sister
do.
Kudu, now I'm trying to throw it to your various businesses so that the responses can be as authentic as possible, because this kind of things scenarios can happen. I've ordered something from a fellow business person of mine, and it was so bad. And reaching out to her was like a mistake, because she just went to, you're not the first person that's bought for me. You're just complaining. I'm like, but that's customer review. It was you that even reached out to me. So how far have you received your goods? And I decided to open up and like, I'm not impressed. This is not what I expected. And you just blasted off. And honestly, since then, I have not ordered from that particular lady because I'm not fit for Wahala. I can't just can because. So, Sister Kudo, this scenario is for you now. A church person comes to your family or calls, makes a request for you to supply their store with drugs, and the first time you did business with the person owed you, maybe the business was like 3 million naira worth of drugs that you supplied. Let time to pay you back reach. He first paid you 1 million, then I paid you 500,000, then I paid you 200,000. Then you are the one that even used to ask, oh please, how when will I get my money? You were being polite. This happened on two occasions, and you just decided that you are not going to do business with this person. And then this person just comes, please, this one is urgent. It's a government deal. It's a government deal. The money is short. What measures do you think you can um, apply, yes, to make sure you get your money out, to make sure your relationship with that person is not ruined, and to make sure that you're actually doing business in the godly way?
Okay, thank you so much. So the response to that is we have reviewed our policies and you have to pay before you carry your goods. It's as simple as that. I don't like to speak too much English when it comes to
Okay.
my business. We reviewed our policies and from this thing, first of all, Seth, you even have a credit limit right now, Seth, to start with. Yeah, because of then secondly, you have to pay. Oh, okay. But you are the owner of the business. Yeah, but we have board of directors and all of us discuss. That's the new because of the way the prices are going up now. That before 1 week it will change. So before you pay that's the business. There's nothing I can do about it because the truth is just that you remember I'm fed up with the person already. So if I even lose, the person doesn't buy, I'm okay. Really, I have peace. Yes. See, we should not put ourselves under so much emotional or mental stress. Let me not lie. I understand that, yeah, for you to buy from somebody, you also have the responsibility as you're taking that product to
True.
pay. I've sold clothes before actually when I was in university. And because it's student environment and people just feel, oh, okay, when I get money, I was when I was transitioning from being a student, maybe and all that sha. Okay, or when I get paid salary or something. Like, I did not do that one. No. You will pay before you see your clothes. Even when I was a student, I've been like that since. Yeah, even it took me initially, I didn't have so many customers. I was okay with it because I don't know how to drag people for money naturally. Some people that reminder you say remind, I don't know, it's hard for me. So I know myself. So it took me from the onset that okay, um, I may not have so many customers because maybe so many people may not be able to pay, but I was okay with that. And I started building and building, and I made sure that the things I was selling were top quality. That at least when you pay and you see it, do you understand? I think the only return we had was because of size or something. Some ladies, their size 12 or 14, they will not agree. They'll be telling you their size 10. She now told me so eventually I think I sold center size 10. She was now saying, with the argument, I had every right because he told me that. But I just said, anyway, I'm very quick. Once you just start all those, I'm very quick to refund your money. Just send my product back. I'm okay. Part of the things that the fear of customers when they start giving you issues is that they feel you don't want to give them back their money. I'm very,
That's
very
true.
fast to return people's money. I'll just transfer it. Just as long as you show me proof that you've sent my product back, I will just send your money back. It's not hard for me. So you have to understand your business. You have to know that if someone takes 3 million and pays within this, you know that maybe by the time he or she is paying back, you didn't even make a profit. So what's now the use? Don't put yourself through mental stress. Just you are the owner of the business, thank God. Bring up the policy that will favor you for that time. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much,
Yeah, I
exactly.
was gonna say that
Bye.
because your product has to be quality for you to do that. Do you understand? And if you're sure
That's true.
about your product, I mean, whatever policy has to suit you. Because when your business goes down, there are people there to laugh at you, right? And like you said, with the rate of dollars dancing up and down, you can't lose out, right?
That's true.
Because you're gonna,
That's
yeah,
true.
it's business. I'm learning the hard way, to be honest with you, because it has happened to me several times. Person said,
Can you
"Give me
let us know?
2 weeks, please, just 2 weeks. This is 1 year plus, and person hasn't paid back.
Hmm.
Paid back. And they will get the
Wow.
money. Oh. He legit told me he got the money,
They,
but he
they usually do. They usually have the money.
they will get the money and he will, because we are friends. So I go to their house, I'll see new freezer, new this, new that. And I'm thinking, so you got this money at some point. I didn't want to pay me. People are mean. People are mean. I'm sorry. Yes, from
Wow.
the Christian fold, but they're still mean. Like it's so annoying. So yeah,
Yeah.
I will adopt Madam Aku-udo's policy thing and put everything
Capital
straight.
strategy.
Yeah.
So that's very good. Me too, I've learned too. So you have a blueprint for defaulting, whether you have done business before or not, especially if you have done business and you are a defaulter. There should be a blueprint that, oh, this is how we do it, and to take care of difficult customers. So now that we're in this 2024, there's this what will I call it now? There's this push from the CSC, that's the Corporate Affairs Commission of Nigeria, that every business has to be registered, and you have to have your business name registered, and you file annual returns and all that. As a Christian business owner, can you do business? This is talking truthfully now. Can you do business with people that don't have, they've not registered their business names, or they have a business account? If they are somebody's business online is maybe Romy's Delight Jobs, and then if she's sending you account details, she's sending you a Romina. How do you merge the two? Can you do business with those kind of vendors where they're not registered, they just have an Instagram page, the business is strictly online, you don't know their address, what's the return policy, how do you know, how do you put a face or an entity to this particular business? Can you do business with a business that is not registered or that doesn't have a corporate account in the business name? I could do.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, okay, first of all, I would say dealing with such people is based on your own discretion, actually. It's based on your own discretion, actually. And then it depends on what you want to get, actually, what you want to buy from them. I probably would not buy things in that cost so much, actually, do you understand? Especially when I've not done business with you, maybe buying in millions or something. Do you understand? I'll probably, yeah, because I don't know. First of all, I wouldn't even know if you've not registered a CAC. That's the truth. Some people have this CSC business name and everything, but they still use the account details, because if you use the um for one reason or the other, some people don't use their own company name, if that's company account number. Some people still use their own personal name, for this thing. So it depends on them. Sometimes you don't know why they are doing that, but if the person, if you reach out to the person, you can always ask, okay, do you have a company account number? Actually, sometimes when you go to some places and you want to do a transfer, I've heard people say maybe when it's like they give the name of the owner, the account. I've heard people say, I want the company account number. Actually, you can ask. Then if the person says, I don't have an account and business is in there, maybe you can just ask for that details if the person is ready to indulge. But I would just advise, I've not been in that scenario, so I cannot really give. Do you understand this? But I know I've had to buy some things that are not so expensive like that. And yes, I've paid into personal accounts. Actually, I have paid into personal account, but I've not bought things so expensive. Do you understand that? If anything happens, I won't be able to. It's just things that, and over time, you find out that if you're able to buy from this person, depending on what it is now, you can build a relationship with that person over time. And for some reason, maybe when you start chatting with the person, you guys build a, but it doesn't mean that people cannot misbehave in between the whole this thing. But I'll say, first of all, it's based on your discretion. Second of all, I will just say, don't buy too expensive. I have, and I don't buy so expensive. Maybe it's like things like money that I can just let go. And I've not had that issue actually where I've had to pay somebody. Usually they delivered actually. So yes, I can, but it depends on the product, one. And two, it depends on how much. If I know that it's something that it will enter millions and this thing, I definitely will not just buy from somebody unless online like that. Unless maybe there sometimes you go to Lagos Island, let me just use for instance, and it's their own name they give you. They don't give you their business name, but then you're seeing them. So that's different. I probably will go to that person and buy it in millions than buy online from that person. So that's my response, please.
No, I just wanted to comment. People usually send their personal account number because of tax purposes. You know, you mentioned that even though people have CAC documents, they still send
Sure.
their personal account. It's because when they're doing their tax clearance certificates, they will tax you based on the inflow into your account. So people try to avert it by sending their personal account details. Do you understand? But
Details.
like you said,
Yeah.
don't risk that the huge amount of money on
Yes,
somebody.
you know that thing. I understand that people do that, but you see one thing that happened in a pharmacy. Let me give you, and this is even a pharmacy actually. It's not online. The owner of the pharmacy was using her own account details. Do you understand? For business when customers come, so they were used to using her own account details, and then after a while, the farm tech and the sales girl started giving people their own personal account
Oh, wow.
number. Now, when people ask, they would say, Madam's number is not, her account is not going to, if you transfer the money, it will
Oh,
not go or something. So because people saw that they've been sending to a name, they were comfortable sending to those sales girl. But if you're someone that has been, you understand, a regular customer that comes into a store and you see that you have never sent to a personal name before, do you understand? Let alone you don't even know the owner. Some people don't even know the name of the owner of the business. Any account number they give you with a name, you will just send now because you understand. So that's why you notice when you enter some businesses, they paste the account number there and the name. So if someone now starts giving you another, do you understand? Another, you'll be like, okay, but this one is here. Then you can ask questions and then use your discretion actually. So I wouldn't even advise people actually, unless okay, you do your business yourself, fine. But this is something that happened to a pharmacist actually. She was giving her own account number and eventually her sales girl started using their own with the
Wow.
madam's account number is not going through. Yes, it happened. And they had, do you know how much they had taken? Wow.
Wow.
So please, yeah.
Wow. Ah, I'm really learning a lot from this from this session today. So, okay, this one that happened to me. There used to be a place I used to buy eat amala. That was like maybe 2 years ago, or my former place of work, and it was a Yoruba woman's business, amala spot, and she would tell you cash only. cash only. She doesn't accept transfer. She did not have a POS, only cash. I mean, I'm hungry. I really want to eat this amala. And I'm not somebody that carries cash around. They will not be forcing, there's POS outside, go and pay. I should pay POS. POS charge me 100 naira or 200 naira, depending on how much I want to charge. What's your take with people that do, I don't do online banking, I don't do transfers, only cash? Or, okay, these days now, even small malam that is selling fruits in my street, he has a POS. So the POS thing is really rampant now. But how do you do business with those shrewd people, those set of people that tell you it's only cash they receive? Like me
So
now,
it's
I was
possible.
hungry. I really had to go and withdraw from the POS to eat that amala that day. And I really was not proud of myself, but it happened to me. So if you encounter that, what would you do?
So it's possible that POS machine is their own. It's just a way of making extra money. And I feel that for people that take cash, I honestly would not understand why someone would just be doing cash only, because you're
This time
exposing
and
your
age.
business to theft.
True.
Anybody can just go steal it from you. God forbid, Arabas can raid your whatever and they carry all the cash. If I want to start a business, which I have, I would prefer transfer. I mean, reduce the risk of theft in your business. But like I said, it's possible the POS they're working, maybe it's their own, to be honest with you, and it's a way of making extra cash. And because maybe the Amala joint is a small business, they need cash to quickly buy food stuff and all that.
So,
That might
okay.
be the excuse, right? So that it's easy for them to quickly go to the market, but instead of going to the bank, withdraw. You know, some of these people, they're not that exposed to know that you can actually do transfer, you can actually do this to get cash immediately. Do you understand? So maybe it's their little experience that's informing that kind of policy. Yeah. So two
Yeah.
things. It's possible the POS machine is their own and is a way of them making extra cash. Secondly, it's possible if they possibly want to have cash at hand so that if they need to quickly go and buy something, they're not giving the staff their card or doing transfer and all that. So I don't know. So I guess different policies work for different businesses. I honestly would not even understand why someone would want to be doing cash in 2024. So I guess it's peculiar. You should now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me
Okay, there's
just chip
one.
in. Yeah, let
All
me
right.
just chip in a bit. Yeah. So what Madam Ebere has said is actually true, because in this time and age, everything has gone like we know. But some of these women, they don't know how to operate all these things, no matter how you teach them. They just know that to do POS and all that. And they find it hard getting somebody trustworthy enough to do it for them. That's another thing. It's possible that the people had it before and maybe somebody stole from them. So they just decided. Do you understand? Because I'm
Yeah.
sure, yeah, they would see that, yeah, definitely there's no how POS, do you understand? But maybe the mama does not even know how to go to bank to start speaking English to them if the money doesn't drop. You know all those things now. So let her just do the one that she
Yeah.
knows she can do. Do you understand? I've had a situation
Mm.
where this is even my brother that called me because they have a supermarket in Warri. He called me that they did transfer to a lady and a woman in the market, and the woman was saying that she didn't see it. But they had contacted Zenith Bank. Zenith Bank said the money had gone. And the woman was saying all she knows is that she didn't see her money. You know, ordinarily, Zenith Bank even gave them a reference code, a reference number. So what they're supposed to do is to send it to the woman, then she will reconcile it. But Mama did not know how to start going to bank, and she was disturbing them. Do you understand? So such situation,
Yeah.
there are such situation. Maybe they don't. All those market women, they don't even have. They are not internet savvy at all. You know, anything POS is even first of all data. Second of
Yeah.
all, to get it. So I won't blame anybody. They've probably looked at this is what is okay for me. They don't even mind losing that big money. As long as they will retain their peace, that is what I sold. And you notice those mama is inside here, they are putting the cash in their waist like this, there's that waist pouch. Trust issues. So, so if that's what mama wants, maybe that's the first day and I'm hungry. I'll go and do the POS. But second, if I really like the amala, I will respect her and I'll come back with cash the next day. I will not vex. That's the truth.
Um,
I respect her because I understand that this mama may not be able to go and be dragging bank for her money. If Amala is not okay, I'll go somewhere else now with my ATM card. Thank you.
This reminds me of one scenario that happened. That was like 2 years ago. That was when I joined the tribe newly. So my shop then, I used to sell shawarma, and I used to make juices and fresh smoothies, and I sell only soft drinks. So right beside me there was a bar that sold alcoholic drinks and cigarettes and all that. So some people are waiting for the fish. They are roasting fish in the garden, right? They're waiting for the fish. So they just come to my shop to sit and chill. Oh, madam, blend one fresh smoothie for me. And then there was one guy that came from the bar. He brought his bottle of Star, be what the Hero, whatever he was drinking from the bar because it's an open garden bar. And I have tables and chairs. I sat there, sit outside in the evenings when the sun is coming down. And I first politely told him, "Oh, sir, please, because I don't sell alcohol, I would really not want people to drink alcohol on my table." So he first gave me one bombastic side eye, like, "What is this one saying? After all, am I not buying shawarma from you? Did you get?" I was already preparing his shawarma to grill. So I first ignored him. Then it was when his friend now came to wait. That one did not order anything, oh, and was smoking, brought cigarettes, was smoking. Me, I don't like the smell of cigarette. I'm not asthmatic or anything, but I don't just like it. And then a lady friend came to, apparently they were ordering the shawarma for the girl. And they were just rubbing her, touching her, and Ah, this is not what I signed up for. I was really angry in my spirit, but I just didn't want to embarrass them and outrightly ask them off. But I told the guy that was smoking that, please, the cigarette smoke is affecting me, please, that you should not be angry. I said it politely, but that wait till they worry this woman, wait till they worry this one, and that small girl you been, and she just went off on me. And like, I beg, he was trying to tell his friend not to order anything anymore from me. I was being rude and everything. I said, no, sir, garden is different from my bar. I don't sell alcohol, I don't sell this thing. So I wouldn't really like people. In that kind of scenario, was I wrong to actually tell them not to do it? Because it's my business place. I know say it's not my father that has the road that where I put my table and chair, but I was offended. It was disturbing my spiritual energy in my business place. Please, if it's you, please judge this matter. Was I right or was I wrong? Was I involving God in this my business? Or was I doing too much?
Okay, so let me just go first. So you know that the people don't understand this thing. Do you understand when you tell them this thing? And especially as you are even close to a bar. If you were a standalone, do you understand? And someone just comes from their parlor and comes to sit there with beer. It's not possible now. Do you understand? So I don't think it was bad that you told them, but maybe it's just I think you actually addressed it the way you should. And also for next time if they have to come. The only part that is that maybe they may not be coming back to buy shawarma because they may feel offended. That's the truth. That's the truth. So I'm not saying that if people come and to tell them one thing you can do if you're in such areas that you know that okay, oh, I'm already paired with people that will be smoking and drinking. Just put up that sign. Demarcate your own side and put up that sign. This is a no drinking and no smoking area. Just put up that sign. Do you understand? Because I'm sure I know how those things are arranged. You have your own chairs and everything. So you can do those small papers that you can fold and put on your tables. No drinking, no smoking here. Do you understand? Put up your signs. You understand? At that point, you didn't need to, but even if they sat down there, all you just need to come and do is to point to what is there. Do you understand that? See, do you understand? This is our own point. And if they want to be silly and make this thing, at least you've passed the message even without saying anything to them. It's not bad, but people just like to cause problem and talk, and he's like, oh, the customer is actually buying shawarma, so why should you? It's because of the environment you found yourself in. So you need to put up some will I say verbal or non-verbal signs that people can see at least. You don't even need to speak to them. Okay, so in the pharmacy we have chairs where people can sit, just like, you understand. But I noticed that, you know how the weather is super hot. Some people just come and in short, it's like they just come to sit down because
So
of
take
the
this.
exactly, you know that thing of they and first of all, the truth is just that the people that really want to buy medications, they just come and buy and they go. That's the truth. But the ones that know that that is what they came for, and the way they sit, I usually just sit there sometimes. So I notice that when they will come and be forming some form of dry gist like this. That gist is like, okay, as you're indulging them, they will not sit longer. So once they just come and I notice that gist wants to start, I'll just stand up and leave. I'll just stand up and go go somewhere else. It's the same seat too. We used to check BP, blood pressure, usually. Once they just sit, after a while, I can just bring out the BP monitor and say, we want to do something there, please. Because I'm not being rude to you, but this is my business place. The seat is for customers, actually. If you bought, usually you would have, do you understand? Some people buy, like all these elderly, they are tired. Do you understand? I don't even leave them. I'll send them to the other seat where we can. But after a while, those ones, they still stand up and they go. But one thing I just try to do is, after the whole consultation and drug business we talk, any other additional talk like this, please just be going. Because that thing expends energy and the whole virtue. You've talked with someone for
It's
like an
true.
hour, and the thing is tiring. So
Wow.
just put up signs, yes.
Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful episode today. My last, what I call it, question now is how, when you have involved God in your business, how do you now transfer or extend that God that you carry in your business to other people, especially using your particular businesses now? Like Sister Berry said that when I'm making chops, I should be prophesying these chops wherever you go to, the people you meet. You're going to heal people, anybody who eats my chops is going to have better, life quality of life and everything. How do you carry the God that you have involved in your business over to your customers? How do you extend it?
Is that to
Hey,
me?
Mary.
All right. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Yeah, that's what I do. I pray for them because mine is quite unique. I'm dealing with children. Okay. And like I said, whatever business you do, as long as it was God that instructed you to start in the first place, you need to take it as your ministry, right? How would your pastor do it? Your pastor will care, your pastor will pray for you, your pastor will reach out to you, your pastor will ensure that everything is okay. So, with the Fortune Geniuses, what I've done is I'll be available till your child turns 5, right? So that if you have issues, if you have questions, so I'm also trying to create a community of like-minded parents so that we can all rub minds together. And how do I express Christ? I'll be caring to you, right? Especially because what happens is people will now confide in you, right? There's this lady from India. She's always sending me a message. Oh, my daughter is this. My child is not doing this. My child is. I'll be giving her different advices, even sending links to her. If you're not getting the answers you want, check out this link. Check out this person. After a while, oh, how is your child? Has there been any improvement? Has it? So just because when people came to Jesus, he was compassionate. He was like, these people haven't eaten for days. What are we going to do? That is him caring for people. So what would Jesus do? Jesus will care. Even after buying your small chops, days after, oh, how was it? Hope I served you right. Is there anywhere we can be better? That is you caring about them and caring about their welfare. And in the midst of that, pray for them. In the midst of that, pray for more businesses. In the midst of that, ensure you're a person of integrity. Don't be that person that will send what I buy versus what what I order
Plus,
versus
I
what
ordered versus what you get.
so in all that you do, have in mind or ask yourself, what would Jesus do in this situation? Would Jesus run away with people's money? Would Jesus cut out the base of your cup and pad it? Would Jesus? So in all that you do, let the Bible be your what's it called, template in all that you do, because Jesus, the Bible is complete in everything that pertains to life and godliness. So adopt your own templates from the Word of God and just run by it, and naturally everything will run smoothly.
Thank you.
That's
Thank you so much. I really enjoyed today's episode, believe me, and I've taken some pointers to you. This last one, praying for your customers, is really important. And I want to say, whoever is listening out there, if you have been battling with how to involve God in your business, I hope with these little tips that we've brought out today, it can point you in the right direction of how to involve God in your business. Again, we are from the tribe of marketplace ministers, and you can find us on YouTube, on Instagram. We have messages that would edify your life. Our goal is recruiting marketplace ministers, and you can be a business owner, you can be a 9 to 5 worker, and use whatever platform you're on to promote Jesus to the world. So that's what we do. We recruit ministers to use their businesses or their professions as their pulpit for how people can hear from Christ. So until we come your way again another time on this podcast channel, we are the voice of the marketplace ministers, and I will hope to see you again. And I hope we have blessed you today. Thank you so much. For me, it's bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Thank
Bye,
you so much.
everyone. All right, take care. All the best with your businesses.
You
You
too.
too.